Ladies and gentlemen, Alpha is once again open, this time featuring a bunch of quality of life features and some nice improvements to dungeons and Kudra. My name is Derailious, welcome back to Skyblock News, and let's launch right into it. Starting off with one of the brand new features, if you're hovering over an item and let's just say you type in /show or you do item in these brackets, it'll actually showcase the item in the chat. This will show you access to the entire item's details, including giving you access to all the market information about the item, showing you the closest match to that item, the highest overall bid, and every other piece of information you'd ever want to know, including extra data, item modifiers, more information including stuff about the wiki for this item. This will actually take you directly to the wiki page, the item's value, and to trade request for it, as well as the person who actually holds the item, which I think is pretty neat. This is going to be really good for people trying to advertise certain items in chat, and on the other hand it's going to be really bad because it's going to mean chat is likely going to be spammed with certain items people are trying to sell. Regardless, I think this is a pretty good change overall. It's going to make item finding pretty easy for people to do. Next up, you can actually do view stash and then an item, or you can do view stash and then material to view your stash in a menu. In this case, I don't actually have anything in my item stash, but I do have stuff in my material stash. As you can see, I can either pick it up, I can sell it now, or I can insert it directly into my sacks. And as you can see, I'm unable to do so. This is a really great feature. They also made the message more annoying here, which obviously, it makes sense here. They wanted people to actually use this new feature, and I think it came out pretty good. Lastly, the admin stated that they made a bunch of changes to both Kudra and dungeons that should bring them more in line with each other and also allow for some more, basically bug fixes, quality of life improvements, and in this case they have quite a few, notably rejoining and re-queuing. However, I can sadly report that solo dungeons are not a thing currently. In my opinion, I would personally like solo dungeons, but hey, they didn't want to do it, and that's totally up to them. I do really think the QoL stuff here is good though. Being able to rejoin a dungeon or hot join is really nice, and also re-queuing is great for people who maybe fail a few runs. Overall, while none of these changes particularly are massive or huge changes to the game, I do think all of them represent a lot of improvements to the game that people would really like to see. The fact that they put this on alpha means they obviously want you to test it out, so if you haven't already, make sure to check it out on the alpha network. I really hope they add this stuff into the game soon, especially the show item mechanic. I think it's going to be really good to showcase drops that you may get, or items that you think are interesting and maybe want to showcase to your friends. On top of this, the re-queuing and auto-join of dungeons is going to be a lot smoother. You're not going to have to go back to the main dungeon hub and then load back in. You're not going to need to do that anymore. You can just load right back into the dungeon. It's great. It's going to be really awesome to see, and I think people are going to really like it. Same for Kudra. At the end of the day though, my name is Derailious. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end, and look to the future fellas, because I will see you then.